Hey my beautiful Scorpio peeps, what's going on everybody? It's Ann from CancerMoonsTarot and welcome in here to your January 2024 tarot reading. How are you? I hope you guys are doing well. I do want to wish everybody a happy new year. How are you? Hopefully everybody is excited for this brand new year. As always, I do want to mention everybody, if you're interested in a personal reading, check out my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. It'll be the first link in the description below if you want to book me there. But without further ado here, Team Scorpio, let's get it popping and let's see what's going on here for your overall month of January 2024. So what do we got coming in here for Scorpio? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus zodiac throughout January 2024. What do we got showing up here for you? Let's go ahead and have ourselves a look. Starting out here with the overall energy for Scorpio, we have here the Five of Swords coming into the month. Looking at the current energy, we have here the Two of Wands, or sorry, the Two of Pentacles. Looking at what you're dealing with, we have here the Ace of Swords. Looking at the current outcome here for the month, we have here the Strength card showing up here too. Very interesting. I mean, we do begin here with the Five of Swords. So typically a Five of Swords here could be about kind of being at a point where you feel like you need to fight. It doesn't have to necessarily be disagreements or arguments or having to fight with another person, but it could be that feeling of, I need to fight for what's right. I need to fight for myself. I need to fight for what it is I believe in. You know, it can be that type of energy. And I think with the Two of Pentacles, something's been too inconsistent for too long. Okay? Could be a relationship, could be your finances, could be your family sector, but there's been a level of inconsistency where it's like, I can't tolerate this anymore. Like, this cannot continue to happen coming into the new year, period, you know? It's happened enough in 2023. We ain't having this in 2024. So I get that sense here for Scorpios where it's like something's got to change. It's been too fluctuating. It's been too inconsistent. I'm looking for balance. So here comes a realization for you. Ace of Swords jumping into the month here of January. Now, whatever this realization is, I feel like it's going to help you attack here the motivation within yourself. It's going to help you harvest the motivation within yourself here to say, I need to fight for myself and I need to make a situation that's been so inconsistent and unbalanced a situation that becomes abundant. So you're looking here to transform something for sure, jumping into this brand new year for the first month. Looking at the outcome, the Strength card, I feel like you're finding strengths here, Scorpio, that maybe you haven't pretty much seen before. These are strengths that you've never seen really come through, or strengths that you never knew you had. And those are one of the most beautiful things, guys, right? Finding those strengths that you never knew you had because they've been sitting there all along, but now it's nice to see that you have them. So I think that there's definitely a pretty big change happening here for you coming into this new year, coming into the month of January. You're ready here to make something consistent. You know, maybe you've been connecting with somebody romantically and they've been so fluctuating, and it's like, you know what? I'm getting what I deserve. I'm getting what I'm worth. Maybe you walk away from an inconsistent person. You become single. You're not settling for less. You know what you want. So that's how you're going to be in your love life going forward. Maybe it's about finances. I'm so tired of this job being incredibly inconsistent with the money that it makes for me. So I'm going to go find a job that has consistency and financial stability, right? And now, however this pans out for you, however it's resonating so far, you're ready here. You have that sense of motivation of, I'm fighting for myself, and I'm also, most importantly, fighting for what I deserve, okay? All right, let's go ahead and have a look and see what's popping in for your challenge position, showing into the month of January. What's coming into the challenge position here for Scorpio throughout January 2024? What do we have? We have here the Nine of Swords. Yeah, I definitely get the sense here for you, Scorpio. There's a lot of worries and fears. You know, can I make a situation stable? I think that seems to kind of be the number one thought or the number one fear. Can I really stable out my finances? Can I find balance there? You know, can I find balance in love? Can I find somebody who's going to give me what I deserve? You have to be willing to believe in order to achieve, right? You have to be willing to believe in what you desire and what you deserve in order to attain it. You know your worthiness level. You know what you're worthy and deserving of, but believe you can have it for yourself, because anytime we're not believing in something, we're blocking that from becoming our reality. We are basically affirming that this can't happen when the truth is anything can happen at any given time. So definitely something to think about, definitely something to keep in mind here with that Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is typically a card in the tarot known as fear, and fear is nothing more than false evidence appearing real. At the end of the day, it's a reality we've created for ourselves, but it's not an actual reality that exists. It's just one that's up here, right? So we got to do our best here, Scorps, I feel, coming into this month of the new year, right? The first month saying, hey, if I know what I'm worthy and deserving of, I have to believe that I can receive it too. Because you totally can. All right. Let's keep it moving forward. We're going to take a look here now, Scorpio, and see what you can expect throughout the rest of your January. So what do we have here for Scorpio? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What can they expect here throughout the rest of their January 2024? Starting out here with the first card we have here, the World card, baby. Looking at the following, we have here the Lovers. I love that. We also have here the Eight of Wands, and we have here the King of Pentacles, right? This is the energy of getting stable, of balancing things out, of finding comfort. So I like that that King of Pentacles is showing up. Now, you start out with the World card. World card here says, I have to look at things differently, right? I have to have a completely different perspective. If I want to enter a new world for myself, I need to be willing to create a whole new world. So I think what you can expect here first and foremost coming into January is that this is about creating a whole new world for yourself. So right now, maybe you're unhappy with your finances. Then it's time to find a whole new job, right? Maybe I'm unhappy here with my relationship. It's time to find a whole bunch of new people. Also, though, it's time to be a whole new version of me, right? I can't continue to be the same person or I'm going to get the same results. So I need to step into literally a brand new world, a world I've never lived in before, where I'm this different person, or I have this different job, or I have these different friends, or I have these different behaviors, right? Because if I want things to change, I have to change who I am and what I do and what my behaviors are and what I invest in and whom I invest in, right? So this is the time here where you're ready to really make change. Now, I think here with the Lovers card to the Eight of Wands, what's happening here as well is that you're trying to take the time here. You're not trying, you're doing, excuse me. You're taking the time here, Scorpio, to identify what is the version of Scorpio this year that I'm going to love? What is the version I want to work so hard to be? Who is that Scorpio? Who is that person? Who is that best version of myself? You're really taking the time here to identify that. And I think that the moment you get that inside your head of what that version is, maybe that version is you working a specific job. Maybe you imagine yourself working in the fashion industry. Maybe you imagine yourself in a relationship with somebody who respects you wholeheartedly. Maybe this year you imagine yourself being surrounded by people who are loving and caring and, you know, nothing like maybe your friends you had before. And as you picture all this stuff, it's like, well, if I want these types of things in my life, what kind of person do I have to be? And as soon as you get that description in your head, you got here the Eight of Wands. I see you working hard for this. I see you making it happen. I see you creating this energy. And King of Pentacles showing up, here's you being happy with what you've created, being able to enjoy all the wealth and abundance you've had in your life. So January marks the beginning, Scorpio, where you decide to fight for yourself, where you decide to fight for what you know you're worthy and deserving of, but where you finally start to believe that you can have what you know you're worth. And that's the beauty in this month. And that's what I love so much for you, because your belief is really what helps you guys. Don't get me wrong. There is no law of attraction without law of action. But the way manifestation works is that the law of attraction is the belief that you can have what it is you desire. The law of action is creating it in your reality. Now, if you add law of action and law of attraction, you will create your manifestation. That's what it really boils down to. So I see here that not only are you taking action, but you're finally finding that belief within yourself again. And that's what's so special about January 2024. Now, moving along here forward, we're going to see some other areas of life, and we're going to start out here with career. Then we'll go into your love life and your personal life for this month of January. So tell me about career for Scorpio. What's coming up in career for Scorpios? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout January 2024. First card coming out is going to be the this is the six, of cups. We also have here the Hangman. And lastly, for Team Scorpio is going to be the Five of Wands. Okay, so a Five of Wands here, a Hangman, and a Six of Cups coming into play for you as well. I think that this is looking like not every Scorpio will feel this way. If you're happy with your job, chances are this isn't your story. But I think that if you've been pretty unfulfilled with your job, it's going to be very apparent here coming into January. And I think for many of you, that might be one of the changes you want to make, you know? Hangman card is the energy of feeling stuck. So maybe you feel stagnated in your career. Maybe you're looking at something that's a job and it's like, I don't feel like this is a career. It just feels like a job. Maybe some of you guys are looking for a career, right? I think there's a bit of a difference. You know, a job is something where it's like, sure, I'm working here. I maybe don't know where I'm going with this. Maybe this is just to have an income. But a career is like, this is what I'm dedicating my life to. This is what I'm dedicating my work life to. This is what I love. This is what I'm putting an investment in. So there's differences, I feel. And I think that for Scorpios that are resonating with this end of career, it's like you feel like you're just working a job. You may feel stagnated here. Maybe you want to finally start a career, but you don't know what direction to look into. You don't know what that career is. Overall, though, if you're fed up enough and you're ready here to say it's time to go forward and let go here of something that's unfulfilling, you'll find a career for yourself when you allow yourself to explore and to experience, right? I think that a lot of people don't know what the hell they want until they suddenly kind of stumble upon it, you know? I never knew I wanted to do tarot until I stumbled upon it. I never knew that I even wanted to make a career out of this until it all happened for me. So with that being said, guys, you don't always have everything so planned out like society likes to think everything is just so planned out. It's not always that case. You see tons of people, right, go to school, they go to college, they picked a major in something, and then guess what? They're doing something completely different, you know, a few years later, and that's their main career because they figured it out later on. So never feel like you have to follow a structure or follow a plan. Believe it or not, just based on having experience in life and just trying new things in general within workplaces and different types of careers is what will land you what you'll end up resonating with overall. So I see here in terms of career, if this resonates with you, Scorpio, you're fed up. I think it's time for exploration. I think it's time here to give experiences a chance, try a whole bunch of new shit, try 10 new things this year, who knows, in 2024. But overall, inevitably, one of those careers will stick out with you and you'll find what works for you instead. But the only way you're really going to find that is based upon experience, not always necessarily planning, okay? Moving along here forward, let's have a look and see your love life. We're going to take a gander here at single Scorpios first. What do we got here for the single Scorps? Coming into January 2024. First card coming out is going to be the Two of Swords. Looking at the next card we have here, the Queen of Pentacles. And lastly for you, we have here the Seven of Swords. Yeah, single Scorpios. I think you are at a point in time where you know what you want. You're very specific in love. So you know what you're looking for, what kind of person. And Two of Swords here says, I'm not going to sit here and just choose anybody. I'm going to make sure that if I'm making a choice, it's a rightful and worthy choice. So I think that single Scorpios, you definitely know your value, you see your worth, and you don't want to put yourself into a situation where you could get hurt here with the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords says, I've been jaded and hurt before. That is not going to happen here again. And I'm not going to settle for less. I know what I'm worthy and deserving of. And that goes back to the main situation too, because January 2024 is very much so about Scorpios recognizing what they're worthy and deserving of, but just now finally beginning to believe that they can have that. So when you believe you can have what you're worthy and deserving of, you will never settle for less. And that Seven of Swords here to the Queen of Pentacles is proof of that. So single Scorpios, you guys are not rushing right now to find a romantic partner. Doesn't feel that way at all. Definitely feels to me like you're focusing on your worth and you're focusing on your needs being met. And if somebody doesn't, check the qualifications, I guess, if somebody here isn't matching the energy you're looking for, you're not going to waste your time. All right. Now for Scorpios and romantic connections, whether you're married, whether you've dated somebody for 2 days or dated somebody for 2 years, let's see what's going on here for Scorpios in romantic relationships. What's up? First card out, we got here a Queen of Swords. Having a look here at the next card, we have here the Hierophant. And then taking a look here at the last card, we have here the Knight of Pentacles as well. This is about you guys, I feel, getting very serious with a romantic partner saying, hey, crystal clear, what is our future? Because we've been devoted to each other, Hierophant card, but where's the future leading? Is it leading to marriage, the Hierophant? Because the Hierophant represents marriage. Is it leading to maybe having kids, maybe buying a house? This is the energy where you're like, what are we doing? I feel that very strongly here for Scorpios in romantic relationships. It's like, hey, what are we doing? Because I don't want to just sit here floating in time, floating in space, not knowing what comes tomorrow. And I think that it's going to be a bit of a shock, I feel, for your romantic partner to hear that. It can be vice versa. Somebody may be saying this to you, Scorpio, if it's not your story, but I feel like if you're in a relationship, like you're going to shock your partner a little bit saying that, but it's like, what have we been doing, for these past 5 years, 2 years, 3 years? Where's our future headed? We've always been committed to each other. We've been devoted to each other, but we've had a very slow building relationship. And I think a part of you can appreciate that, Scorpio, because that has given you the dedicated time to really get to know somebody on a very deep level. Vice versa, it's given them a time to really know you on a deep level too. But in terms of the growth of the relationship, it's like, I feel that by the point we're at now, we need to figure out what the future is going to be overall. So I feel like plans for the future seems to kind of be a bit of the topic here for Scorpios in romantic relationships. There definitely seem to be future conversations happening about this in January 2024, where you kind of want to get to the bottom of what are we doing? Where are we going? What is this future going to be? And are we taking that step, right? So you want to have that clear-cut, blunt conversation with the Queen of Swords and get the answer you're looking for. Because I think that for some of you, maybe you just feel like the relationship's just been floating in time and space. You're not sure where it's headed. It's like you want to have a clear sense of direction. So I see that conversation and conversations amongst that nomenclature happening here throughout the rest of your month of January. Now, let's have a look here moving forward and see what Scorpios can expect on a bit more of a personal level. All right. What can Scorpios here personally expect for January 2024? What's going to be going on with them personally? First card out, what do we have? And we have here the Page of Swords. Yeah, I feel like you're looking at a lot of the things you've been hesitant about, okay? And there's a lot of power, by the way, in looking at what you've been hesitant to do. Because when you can see that you're holding back on something, you have to ask yourself why, right? And when you kind of come to the conclusion as to why you've been holding back, you discover some pretty powerful answers. You know, for example, maybe you've been hesitant for a while, Scorpio, to change a situation that's been unstable or unbalanced. Maybe you ask yourself why this month. Maybe the conclusion you come up with is, well, you know, I never really challenged my partner or talked to my partner about how I didn't like how inconsistent they were, because maybe I was worried that they would break up with me. Why was I worried they would break up with me? Because I was worried I would be alone. Why was I worried I would be alone? I have fear of abandonment. Why do I have fear of abandonment? Because in my childhood, this happened to me. It's like a whole entire line of things, okay? It's like an ancestral line going down the tree. But you're going to figure things out, right? When you can become aware of why you're held back, you will see the ties to everything as to why you are holding back, as to why things are the way they are. And when you figure out the root and you figure out the answers, it creates a very powerful response. Going back to that line I just mentioned, what was the root of everything? Fear of abandonment. Is that why you felt afraid to tell your partner, hey, we should fix things or change things in this romantic relationship because I'm not happy with them? Yeah, because you were worried that maybe they'd leave because they weren't happy with you not being happy with them. At the end of the day, though, now you can sit here and say, well, I figured that out. So now it's time to take action and counteract how I feel and decide to speak up for myself because I know I'm worthy and deserving of a person to be consistent in the relationship. And if they leave, so be it. If they leave, they're not for me. And it actually gives me room and opportunity to meet somebody who will bring in consistency anyhow, right? So Scorpios, this Page of Swords is powerful because I think a lot of you are going to take a look into the things you've been hesitant about, the things in life that you have felt personally held back in. And you're going to go down that ancestral tree line where you kind of figure out why you've been held back for so long. And once you get all those answers, it's really going to help you kick out that type of energy so that you can get what you want and not hold back anymore and create success in your life going forward in the month of January. So that Page of Swords to me is very powerful. Moving along here forward, what else is going on with Scorpios on a bit more of a personal level? Empress card, you're growing. Absolutely. The Empress represents growth and change. It represents self-love and care. It also represents more in the terms of growth as personal development. I think that in the way you see yourself, your perception is definitely changing. You're seeing more of your value here this month, but it's also just a time where you're really ready to expand in a lot of different areas, if not even all areas of your life. And the Empress here says you're ready for that. You're ready for growth here, Scorpio, is what I feel is happening on a personal level. And taking a look here at the last card, Page of Pentacles. You just have to get started. Absolutely. Page of Pentacles says if you give a little, you can get a lot, right? This is the energy here of that is actually quite opposite of the Page of Swords. Page of Swords is held back, worried, not going to do something. Page of Pentacles is, screw it, I'm just going to give something a chance. So I think that one of the biggest changes on a personal note that a lot of you are going to see is that you're giving things a chance. I'm going to give the chance to try a new job if this current job sucks and it's not making me money. I'm going to take a chance on finding love if this relationship's been unfulfilling and toxic. I'm going to take a chance and try this new routine if this current routine in my life sucks. Maybe I'm going to try a new mattress because this mattress sucks. You know, at the end of the day, guys, whatever the case may be, you are willing to take chances here. You're willing to have new experiences here in not only just January, but 2024 as a whole. And that's exactly what's going to guide you to finding what really resonates with you overall, because you're not settling for less. You're not tolerating what doesn't serve you. You're standing up for yourself, knowing your worth. You're believing you can have the things you deserve. And here we go. Transformation starts happening. You know, I love it. I'm not yelling at you, by the way. I'm just excited for you because transformation's finally happening. You know? Everything's falling into place now. Let's take a look here at the overall outcome. What's going to be the overall outcome here for Scorpios throughout January 2024? What do we got? And we got here the Death card and the King of Swords. I love it. I really do. King of Swords here is the energy about really taking things seriously, having boundaries, being disciplined, getting ready here to make a change. So King of Swords is representative of Scorpios being serious in regards to making change happen with the Death card. You are not fucking around here for 2024. Maybe in 2023, 22, 21, or 2020, you have said to yourself, this year is going to be my year. And maybe you never followed suit with it. Maybe the first 2 months in, you stood committed and then it didn't work out. But this year is different, I feel. I think that this year coming into 2024, you're saying to yourself, I really do want to see change happen. I really do want to see my value and have everything manifest in equation with my value. Like I want equality to my value, right? I want to see everything that I'm worthy and deserving of come to life. And in order for me to do that, I need to make sure that I only invest in the things I'm worthy and deserving of. But however, I need to keep that belief in myself that I can have the things I deserve. Because you most certainly can. So you're keeping up with a positive morale moving into the month of January. You're keeping up with action. You're keeping up with your value. And I think that you're really starting to finally see that this is something that's doable in your life. Word to the wise as well. The more we can look at things as doable or achievable, the more that we can kind of believe in the probability of something happening, the more often it's going to happen. So if you kind of train your mind to believe that you can do certain things, the more you start really empowering that belief, the more of the probability you're going to have of really making that thing happen overall. So a really good nugget of wisdom to bring with you going forward, okay? All right, Scorpio, I got no complaints. I love this read. Thank you guys so much for watching. And of course, Happy New Year to each and every single one of you. I hope you enjoyed this and thank you for spending time with me today. Of course, if this was your reading, definitely feel free to let me know down in the comment section below. Feel free to leave a like and a comment down below too. And of course, if it's not your reading, no worries. Thanks for watching and participating anyways. It really means a lot. And I hope that even if you didn't resonate with this, you were, enjoying your time here and enjoying your stay here nonetheless, okay? All right, Team Scorpio. Of course, if you ever want a personal reading, all you got to do, first link in the description below, head over to CancerMoonsTarot.com. We'll be happy to take care of you. And of course, if you're new here, please do consider subscribing. I'd be happy to have you and welcome you here into the Soul family. Scorpios, have a wonderful first month to your brand new year, and I will catch you all in the next video. Much love and have yourselves a good one. Peace.